it's not about the Matrix, but it's about another movie. And I just want to say right now that hopefully it ain't, it don't sound no different, because I ain't got the headies in right now. But this is going to be about Hancock. So, Dakota Hancock. And I want to start off with, he was a regular person. You feel me? A regular person with superpowers. He was black and he was an alcoholic. So he had addictions, but he didn't let that get in the way of his powers. So like when they, you know what I'm saying? So basically, when you say things like chakras and stuff like that, and if you ever watched or if you ever looked it up, basically certain chakras was unlocked, or either all of them could have been unlocked. It just depends. But I'm gonna still break it down. I just want to do this one real quick, and just hit the main scenes, the main parts of it that's obvious. So basically saying how your twin flame will be the person that you would never expect it to be. You feel me? Because his twin flame was a white lady, and she had a husband already. His husband was immortal. I mean, her husband was immortal. He and her was immortal. They were superheroes, so they both had the same powers. But I guess you know how they say soul ties and stuff like that. So with the soul ties, they were so mad at each other that when they did come together, things got frantic. You feel me? So they had to stay away from each other to be able to reunite the world, if that makes sense. But so basically, he was a superhero. He was a regular person, and like I don't want to go into depth because I want to do it with the headies, but I want to just say the main topics, and then I might say it in the second one too, just But so how they needed him when they needed him, but when he did one thing wrong, they put him in jail and stuff like that. And he could have just flew out of jail and disappeared for the rest of his life, but he didn't. He chose to stay. You feel me? So when they locked him up in jail, the ball had went over the fence. He flew over the fence, got the ball, thought about leaving, threw the ball back in there and jumped back in there. Because bullets didn't hurt him. This is like the Matrix. Neo could dodge bullets and stuff like that, but with Hancock, bullets didn't hurt him. Like they'll just crease, like they'll hit and go off, like he had on like a bulletproof armor, a bulletproof vessel type thing. And yeah, he was an everyday person. He was a regular person. He was homeless. Well, he wasn't homeless, but he just chose this lifestyle. He was an alcoholic. Like, that's what I'm saying, just a random everyday person. And when it was time to do certain things, he was doing it. I don't know what went wrong. Something had went wrong one day, and everybody was like, F you, Hancock, and blah, 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 blah. I hate Hancock, all this stuff. And that's like the story of Jesus. We always bring it back to Jesus because that's how they treated Jesus. Jesus was performing all these miracles, and they still crucified him. Hancock was performing all these miracles and these saviors, and they still tried to throw him in jail until they needed him again. So they was like, if you can complete this, because they don't believe it. Basically, they don't believe it. So they believe it a certain extent, but they didn't believe it fully. So they was like, all right, bet. If you can complete this mission, then we'll free you. You'll be free. Blah, 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 blah. It was some thug guys. They was robbing the bank, heavy artillery, blah, 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 blah. They had a bomb that set off, stuff like that. Hancock wasn't even worried. Took it with ease. And then the dude, well, I don't remember. I can't put out the whole scene. I can't think of the whole scene. But basically, Hancock cut off his hand, and the bomb was on his hand. Hancock walked out with the bomb and the people that was hostage, and gave the bomb to one of the officers or something like that. The officer was his twin flame soulmate or husband or whatever. And well, we just say her husband. So everybody ain't so. So was her husband, and yeah, they lived a regular life. His son and his, his son and the lady. I mean, the son of the lady and the man had loved Hancock. He always wanted Hancock to come over, different things like that. And they got cool. They created a little bond. And then I think she kicked him out or something. She was like, "You got to stay away." And he was, he got the intuition. His intuition kicked in of, uh, like she might be like he know her type thing. So he felt like he know her. So he put it to the test, and he made her so mad. He triggered her to the point that he knew that they was twin flames. Cause he triggered her and it backfired, or she ended up using one of her superpowers and bent the fork or something happened, and then she kicked him, all type of stuff. So she already knew she had these powers, and he knew that she had the powers too. But he was trying to make her use it herself, I guess, to see why they not together. Because he didn't have nobody. And after his first episode of saving people from a bank robbery, it keep being bank robberies. Because the first one, I think it was a bank robbery. It was like 4 dudes. They was in a van. Hancock put them in the sky and stuff like that, and different things like that. So let me see. Dang, I just threw myself off. But yeah, so basically, okay. So after that, he met a girl because she knew that he was a superhero or something like that. So I guess she wanted to see what that would be like. So he did it with her. It was crazy, pause or whatever. Like, everything was shaking and different things like that. And after that, she left him. But he was kind of sad, but he ain't care type thing. So he just let it go or whatever. I feel like he was kind of upset. I can't really, But that happened. She left him. And then that was it was. Because basically saying how she was just using him because who he was Hancock. So that was like the only scene that he had with another female. And then the female that he supposed to be with, they never, well, I think they did have a scene like they kissed, but he was like, "You liked it, didn't you?" or something like that. She was like, no." So she was mad at him for whatever reason. I can't remember. That's why I said I'm gonna come back and go into depth about all these scenes and stuff like that. But I basically just gave the clues to, or the blueprint to the whole movie. But like I said, I want to dive deeper into depth of this situation of the twin flames. You know how people call it the karmic situation. So the girl that Hancock ended up sleeping with that night was a karmic. He wasn't even supposed to sleep with her because he kind of already knew what it was, but I guess he just gave her the benefit of the doubt because I don't know, whatever reason. So I guess he thought she'd stay or something. And he wasn't no rich person. Not saying, but he wasn't no rich person. He was an alcoholic. So he had vices. Like I said, he was an everyday person. And that's why, I don't know, man, I'm going to just stop right there. And I'm going to do a part 2 or part 3 if need be. It don't even need no part 3 because it ain't sequels to it. So part 2 on the way, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. You feel me? But I'm going to be back with the part 2 very, very soon.